We all like to do our bit for charity, don't we? And one of our local politicians is no exception. Jonathan Arnott is the UKIP MEP for the North East and has decided to take part in a challenge that will test his brains and his brawn. That sport is chess boxing. Yes, chess boxing. I should pan from left to right there because that would be great, wouldn't it? Now, I caught up with Jonathan earlier so he could explain what on earth chess boxing is.
Well, chess boxing is pretty much exactly what it says on the tin. It's a combination of speed chess and boxing, so slightly incongruous. I suppose people aren't really expecting to see those two things combined, but you play speed chess for 3 minutes, then a bell rings, you put your gloves on, you box for 2 minutes, then another bell rings, and you take the gloves off, play chess, and you repeat chess boxing, until you have a winner, either by checkmate or by knockout.
So I've been told to ask you, what's your favourite chess opening?
Oh, well, that would be telling. I don't give my opponent too many surprises, but you know, as black, certainly, I've always been a French defence player. Nice counter-attacking style. I always find that suits me in chess, and you'll just have to see with the boxing.
Absolutely marvellous. So let's weigh this up. What is your strength? Is it the boxing or the chess?
Let me just say this. In boxing, I'm afraid I float like a bee and sting like a butterfly, so it's certainly not the boxing. Chess, you know, I've been pretty decent at chess over the years. Used to be Yorkshire captain. I played in a lot of internationally rated events, so, you know, I think I can beat him over the board at chess. Whether I'm a better boxer is another question.
So who are you going up against here, Jonathan?
Well, I'm up against a Liberal Democrat activist called Toby White, so it's going to be UKIP against Lib Dem, as if there's not enough grudge involved with chess and boxing to start with, so it'll certainly be an interesting evening. I'm looking forward to it. So
do you know much about your opponent? Are their strength boxing or is theirs chess as well?
Well, this is difficult. I mean, I would imagine I'm a better chess player than he is. As to the boxing, I don't know. I mean, he's done this before. He's got the advantage. He's a veteran of this. He's had at least a couple of similar fights before. So he certainly knows what he's doing in a ring, so I suspect that his strength is likely to lie in the boxing and mine is likely to lie in the chess. So we'll see who gets completely overwhelmed first.
Jonathan, I can see it now. You'll be running up the steps of Middlesbrough Town Hall like Rocky, and you'll be going into an industrial fridge and punching meat and then playing chess in some lovely coffee shop on Baker Street or something like that. Is this how you approach your training?
So far, I've kept the two absolutely separate. You know, I mean, I can play chess. I'm confident enough with my chess ability. I'll probably play a few speed chess games, but the boxing, that's completely different. You know, I was probably about 17 stone when I first started going to the gym, and that was my first inspiration. So I've lost well over 2 stone now.
That's amazing.
And you know, still getting there. So it certainly had a good effect on me. Just getting some fitness takes a bit of doing. I've got a bit of asthma as well, so also getting that under control.
You get your excuses in early doors, in your mind.
The work's all to do with the boxing. That's what I've got to put all the effort into, and the chess, I think, will pretty much take care of itself.
So the thing is, there's a serious side to this. You're doing it all for charity in really good form as well. So tell us about the charity, if you will.
A friend and colleague sadly lost their baby daughter in October to spinal muscular atrophy, and there was a charity that really helped them through the last few months of their daughter's life, and that was the Ali Cadence Trust. And they were absolutely phenomenal, and it just seems that if I'm going to do something, you know, to try to raise money for charity, that hopefully it'll be a little bit more effective to do something that really nobody would ever have thought of me as the sort of person to step into a boxing ring. So it just seemed like something a bit, you know, I could have run a half marathon or something, but hopefully if I take on a challenge like this, people will donate a little bit more money. So the event is on April the 1st. No April Fool's joke that. It's in London. It's at the York Hall in London. It's
the home of boxing.
In York Hall. I can't imagine that anybody ever makes their boxing debut normally headlining an event at the York Hall. It's just, I would say it's a dream come true, but I'm probably going to regret it after being punched a few times. But
that is amazing, isn't it? So Jonathan Arnott, UKIP MEP for the North East, is going to be doing chess boxing for charity. An amazing thing to do, and what a top man, and a good sport as well. So there you go. You know what chess boxing is now? You can tick that one off in your knowledge box.